and happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I'm Maria Milagros, and this is a little space I like to carve out to share tips, tools, techniques, nuggets, stories, anecdotes that will hopefully help you, as they have helped me, move the needle, even if it's 1 degree at a time, to help us discover, find, live in new levels of health and happiness, whatever that means for us at this moment in our lives, because that is always evolving, because we are always evolving. Today, I'm going to talk about gratitude. And when I talk about gratitude, I'm talking about it from both a very spiritual place and from a scientific place. Because science is catching up and finally telling the world, if you have a consistent gratitude practice, it has multitudes of benefits for your mind, body, and spirit, which means it has multitudes of benefits for your life, y'all, for your life. What does that mean exactly? There are over 2,000 studies that have shown different ways that a gratitude practice can contribute to different benefits in your life. At work, people who practice gratitude consistently are more solution-oriented. They also find that those people are more creative in finding new ways to work around, through, or unpack a problem to find new solutions. They're also just creative in general as to how they go about and approach different things at work. People who practice gratitude consistently tend to be more productive, they tend to be more efficient, and they also tend to be better communicators because they are practicing some appreciation for their coworkers, which makes them less likely to get involved in drama and more likely to get involved with conflict resolution. Check, 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 and check. I'll take some of that. People who have a consistent gratitude practice also report that they have healthier and happier relationships. And when those studies looked at their relationship, it turns out that they are in fact healthier and happier. They do studies not just on what people report out, but they do studies where they test the hormones in the body, and they find that people who have a consistent gratitude practice have more serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins, which are the happy hormones. Those important chemicals in your body also boost your immune system, strengthen your immune system, and free your mind from the cloudiness that anxiety can bring. When you practice more gratitude, you're also more present in the present moment, and so you're less likely to be worried about what may or may not happen in the future, which is where anxiety lays. People who also have a consistent gratitude practice, because they're in a space of constant appreciation, are less likely to have to rumble with or stay entangled in depression or sadness, because the gratitude practice changes everything. Now, when I'm talking about gratitude, I'm not just talking about listing 5 things, overarching categories in your life that you're grateful for. That's a great start, but you got to go a little bit deeper. When I say to people, tell me something you're grateful for, they go, my family. And I'm like, you're not grateful for your whole family. That's a lie. It's just we say these general terms and like, yeah, I'm grateful for my family. No, who are you grateful for in your family, and what about them do you appreciate? I'm grateful for my sister because she reminds me to be compassionate. I'm grateful for my other sister because she's so kind and she shows up for people in ways that teaches me to show up, right? I'm grateful for what person specifically, or rather who specifically are you grateful for and why? That helps us really create new neural pathways in our brain as to why gratitude is so powerful. I'm not just saying the overarching thing. I'm actually getting into the nitty gritty, because the reality is that life is about the nitty gritty. Life is about the little things. Yes, we want the big moments, but we could not get to the little moments without 1,000 little steps to get us there first. So when we pay attention to and focus on the people, the places, the things, the experiences that we've had or that currently exist in our life, and we allow ourselves to practice a gratitude for those, we realize that 1, we are very wealthy and rich, and I'm not just talking finances, although that might be on your list, but we have a richness in our lives that we were generally ignoring. So it is important that when you talk about the things you're grateful for, get into the meat of it, like climb in, let's get to the bone, right? Don't just talk about the bird. Talk about the reasons and the components and the parts of and why. That's really important as a gratitude practice. Now, Some quick and easy ways that you can practice gratitude is wake up in the morning and think of 10 things that you are grateful for about yourself and the space that you're presently in. I'm not kidding. And a lot of times people say, oh my God, that's so hard. It's only hard because it's new. Because the truth is, it's not hard to think of things you're grateful for. It's just new, and we have been taught and trained and programmed to say, oh, well, it's hard. It's not hard. Hard is climbing a rock wall when you never climbed before and you have to use muscles that you haven't used in a long time. That feels hard. And even then, y'all, it's still just new because we haven't used those muscles yet. And the more we practice it, the stronger those muscles get. Same thing with a gratitude practice. So you wake up in the morning, 10 things you're grateful for. I'm grateful for the sun peeking through my windows. I'm grateful I have a bed to sleep in. I'm grateful for the sheets on my bed. I'm grateful for my supportive, very specific pillow that I have for my neck. I'm grateful for air in my lungs. I'm grateful for legs that work. I'm grateful for arms that work. I'm grateful for my 10 fingers. I'm grateful for my 10 toes. And I'm grateful that today is a new day. Let's go. Right? And it doesn't have to be that list. It could be anything and everything that brings ease, joy, fun, anything good into your life. Anything good. Even hard moments with that mindset can become something that you're grateful for because it's how you grow, learn, and evolve, right? So 10 things in the morning before you even get out of bed. And then as you go through your day, check in with the people around you. Say, instead of morning, unless you're zipping by them, say, hey, real quick, 2 things you're grateful for. And they're like, I'm grateful for my spouse and I'm grateful for my cat. Oh, nice. Thank you for sharing. Walk on. Not only does that gratitude practice 2 things, literally 2 things. Not only does that gratitude practice have a positive impact on you, it has a positive impact on that person. You're also connecting with them. You're also being aware of what is important to them, which can help you build relationships later on, which again has ripple effects in so many ways, right? It's a way to engage with other people and stay connected and to share gratitude. You're in a meeting. Before the meeting starts, do a quick round table. We're going to go around real quick. Everybody's going to tell me one thing that they're grateful for today, or one person, or one experience, or one thing about your job, if you're at work, that you're grateful for today. Go. Give them a minute. Let everybody do their thing. Changes the dynamic of the engagement at that meeting, changes the morale and the energy at that meeting, and opens up the frontal lobe, which allows people to become more solution-oriented. This is true stuff. One of the things that I did with my nieces and nephews a couple of years ago over the summer is that they were spending a lot of time at my house over the summer. Because I was working from home, I was able to do that. So when they would walk in, I had a little Post-it pad and some pens and some crayons, and they each had to write a couple of things that they were grateful for and stick it on what I called the gratitude wall. A lot of times now when I go into schools and I do talks at different places, I will have a gratitude wall if I'm doing a workshop. And before we even start, I'll say, okay, everybody, if you notice over there's a little sign on the wall that says gratitude wall. I want you to think of 3, 4, 5 things that you're grateful for, people, places, experiences. Write them up, stick them on the wall. That wall gets filled with Post-it notes. Over the course of that summer with my nieces and nephews, that wall got filled with Post-it notes. And then we were able to look back and be like, yo, for real? We got a lot to be grateful for. And we really, really do. We just miss it because we tend to focus a lot of our time and energy on the things that aren't going right when there are literally hundreds of things that are going right. And when we allow ourselves to be aware of and accept this issue, this moment, and then say, and look at all this good happening in our lives, we turn back and that's not as big as it was to begin with, right? The gratitude practice is really important for that. Now, to close, I want to say this. I am thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for each and every one of you who shows up, who watches the videos, who supports the work that I do. And for me, it's more important that you're not just supporting the work that I do, but that you're also being intentional about creating shifts in your life, because that has a ripple effect on the entire planet. And it makes the world a better place. When one person pauses and takes care of themselves, it creates ripple effects around the world. Truly, it does. Like vibrational changes occur, energetic changes occur around the world because one person decided, I'm going to get myself to healthier and happier. And then not only are you creating ripple effects and vibrations that are changing the energetic field of the planet, but you're also showing other people that it's possible, and you're giving permission by example, and that is so powerful. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for taking care of yourself. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for choosing to move to new levels of health and happiness. Thank you for choosing to show up authentically. Thank you for being real. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for participating. Just thank you. And I'm also thankful for this unceded Nipmuc territory that I'm currently sitting on. I'm thankful that it was tended to and cared for by its original people who no longer have access. And I'm thankful that in this privilege that I have, that I did not earn, I have a commitment to myself and to the planet and to other humans to try and create as positive of an impact as possible, as much as possible, in my limited knowing now and as I evolve. So thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for hiring me. Thank you for being part of the reason that my business is growing. Thank you for being willing and open to learn, to evolve, to level up, to step into something that might be scary but is really beneficial to yourself and those around you. Thank you.